Hello everyone, welcome back to the Crypto Geo channel. I've got some more news for us today, and thankfully it's pretty good this time. So first things first, the charges against Sam Bankman-Fried came out, and the Department of Justice actually just stated that ETH is a commodity. So this is pretty big. We knew for a little while Gary Gensler was saying that Bitcoin was a commodity, but he was on the fence about the rest of them. It's nice to see that ETH is now also in the commodity space, and Gary Gensler can get off our ass about that. So we'll see about that. All right, next article. So Spotify is testing exclusive playlists for NFT owners. So this is kind of cool to see NFTs in the mainstream once again. So pretty much right now they're only testing this feature, which would require you to own an NFT in order to unlock certain playlists. So if you have some like big name in music that's creating like an exclusive playlist, you'd need to buy their NFT in order to get access to it. Right now, I mean, it's still in the beta phase. They're just testing it. Right now, it's only limited to Android users in certain countries, but it's cool to see them build something like this. They're claiming that like a move like this could help spur listening by putting the tastemakers' music behind a paywall. I'm not too sure about that, just because I mean, if you're already paying for Spotify, do you really want to pay more to get access to other playlists? Like this would make more sense as a standalone feature where you could choose to only buy their playlist without getting on Spotify. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with this, but it's cool to see this coming out. All right, and as for the final article, we have 10T's Tapiero launching a crypto private equity firm backed by Alan Howard. So this is no small capital raise. It's a whole $1 billion, and it's backed by this hedge fund billionaire, Alan Howard. I don't really know him. He's a billionaire, so he's got to have a bunch of money. No shit. Anyway, they want to raise all this money by the end of the third quarter. So what? By September or so. Okay. So what's cool is that he sees the promise of crypto, and he feels that Roundtable is in a position to help the space out of the stigma surrounding the crypto industry. He claims that this stigma has been fueled by out-of-touch U.S. regulators and institutional investors who haven't done their digital assets homework. So it's kind of funny to watch him flame everybody like that. The goal with this firm is to give these investors exposure without all of the volatility. I'm curious to see how he's going to do this, because how do you take the volatility out of crypto when Bitcoin starts to drop and everything else tanks along with it? But we'll see what he's got in mind. It's cool that he wants to act as a bridge from the old world to the new world. So it's cool to see more institutions coming in. Institutions are buying. Put all of your money in crypto right now. Not financial advice, I'm kidding. Anyway, their focus is to back the equity of mid to late stage digital asset companies. So they want to buy most of the large cap coins. They're not going into any shit coins. They're not pumping those, only indirectly. But also digital asset companies isn't just crypto tokens. It's other methods. So like you could go take a house or an apartment complex, tokenize ownership of the apartment complex, and sell that. So you could sell 25% of the ownership in your apartment in order to raise capital to like build a pool or like add other things to the hotel or apartment, whatever, to increase its value. So that's what I'm assuming he means by reducing the volatility. He might have some money in some crypto coins, but mostly in other digital assets. Another thing you may know, like Masterwork, it's like digital art. Like you could go and buy pieces of like some, what's it called? Some artwork. And those are typically uncorrelated to markets, and it's another area where you could be investing in. I've got to look into exactly what kind of equities he's talking about. This is going to be a point of more research that I'll be doing within the next like week or so. They also said they want to capitalize on the optimal entry point now to acquire discounted digital asset equity, because the price of literally everything except like energy is like down now. And so is he claiming this is the bottom? Doubt it. I do think we see another leg down with all these like interest rates. They're going to choke the economy if they keep them up so high. So either the Fed is going to start turning the money printer back on, or I think there's going to be some more pain to follow. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so they talk a little bit about the team. Don't really want to get into it, but what he's saying is that in the U.S. right now, it's really just Coinbase in terms of like large crypto companies, and he thinks it's impossible not to see many more of them coming up in the next 5 to 10 years. he's claiming there might be 40 or 50 or so, which makes sense. Crypto's still in its early stages. There's so much space that it has to grow and expand into the future. All right, that's all I got for today. Until next time, take care.